This silence you've carried wasn't forgetfulness. It was divine concealment. The storm that tried to break you wasn't an attack. It was an announcement that something holy was hidden inside you. Was it abandonment? Or was it alignment? Was it the enemy? Or was it evidence that heaven marked you from the beginning? Because what's about to be revealed has been buried under years of delay, rejection, and unanswered prayers. But now the veil is tearing. By the end of this message, you will understand why doors slammed, why relationships crumbled, why God let them walk away, just to walk you into a fire that didn't consume you. It commissioned you. Welcome to Chosen One Sanctuary, where silence breaks, scrolls unseal, and the hidden ones remember who they are. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1-5. So why now? Why this stirring in your spirit that won't let you rest? Because heaven can't keep it hidden anymore. What God placed inside you is too big to stay buried, too holy to stay silent, too prophetic to remain misunderstood. Stay, because the signs that are about to unfold may explain your entire life. Heaven's secret. You've been marked. There is a reason your story never matched anyone else's. A reason your childhood felt out of place, your friendships never stuck, and your dreams always felt too big for the room. You were marked. Heaven did not wait for man to approve you. God whispered your name into existence before breath filled your lungs. Jeremiah 1:5 was not just written, it was spoken over you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. This is why the enemy didn't wait for you to become powerful to begin the attack. He tried to sabotage you in seed form. Before you had language for your calling, you had opposition. Because hell always recognizes heaven's blueprint, even when you can't see it yet. The rejection you felt wasn't personal. It was positional. The betrayal wasn't random. It was preparation. You weren't delayed. You were disguised. God marked you, then hid you in plain sight. Until now. The scroll of your identity is beginning to unroll, and the signature at the bottom is divine. But what happens when the world can't yet see what heaven already sealed? Concealed by design. The silent seasons. You prayed, and the heavens stayed quiet. You showed up and still weren't seen. You served and felt invisible. You asked, God, why am I hidden? But you were not hidden from your purpose. You were hidden for it. Moses was hidden in a basket. David was hidden in a pasture. Esther was hidden in a palace. Jesus himself was hidden in a carpenter's shop for 30 years, because heaven never rushes what it intends to reveal with glory. The silence wasn't absence. It was divine surveillance. God was watching, testing, refining, in obscurity, where applause couldn't contaminate your obedience. If you've been overlooked, misunderstood, or spiritually silent for years, you are exactly who God is about to spotlight. And now, the wilderness begins to tremble, because your manifestation is near. The question is, did the fire change you? Refined in the fire, the pain that prepared you. God didn't waste a single tear. The heartbreak that should have broken you became holy ground. You thought it was punishment, but it was purification. Job 23:10 says, "But he knows the way that I take. When he has tested me, I will come forth as gold." That betrayal, it burned away codependency. That loss, it carved space for divine provision. That delay, it starved out your idols and cleared your ears to hear God again. You were not just tested, you were tempered. Like Joseph in prison, you were held back so your gift wouldn't outrun your maturity. Like Elijah in famine, you were fed by ravens so you would never confuse man with your source. Like Mary in silence, you carried something holy no one else could see. The fire did not destroy you. It branded you, and now heaven is watching. Will you come out bitter or forged in purpose? Darkness Confrontation. Why hell targeted you. Early you were attacked before you even understood why, because darkness always launches preemptive strikes against those carrying light. Hell doesn't target the average. Demons don't waste time on the disobedient. But those who are chosen, they are hunted early. The nightmares, the isolation, the repeated sabotage. It wasn't coincidence. It was confirmation. Spiritual warfare rose like a tide, because what you carry is a threat to everything Satan has built. You were not weak. You were dangerous. And the enemy knew that before you ever picked up your sword. The trauma in your bloodline? That was hell trying to shut your mouth before you learned to speak in scrolls. But every attack you survived is now a key in your hand. What once tried to bind you now proves you were born to break chains. If this resonates, comment 4444 right now as a prophetic sign. You're still listening. You're still standing. You're still chosen. Because now the fire shifts into something the enemy can no longer contain. Unveiled authority. What you carry. Now you've been trained in private. Now heaven is giving you keys in public. There's a weight resting on your words now. A fire behind your prayers. An atmosphere that shifts when you walk in the room. You're not imagining it. You're walking in delegated authority. Luke 10:19 says, "Behold, I give you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy." God has given you access to spiritual realms that others cannot explain, because your training came through suffering, not seminary. The pain gave you eyes. The silence gave you ears. Now your voice carries thunder. You are no longer waiting for permission. Heaven already said yes, so now the only question is, what are you being sent to build? The scroll assignment. Why you're still here. You should have been taken out by now, but you're still breathing, because your scroll hasn't been fulfilled. There is a sound in your spirit that hasn't been released yet. A blueprint buried in your belly. An assignment the world hasn't seen, because you haven't stepped fully into it. God didn't just save you, He's sending you. Esther didn't survive genocide to stay silent in the palace. David didn't defeat Goliath to become comfortable in the choir. You weren't delivered just to be decorated. You were delivered to become dangerous. You carry breakthrough for others inside your obedience. The scroll is opening. The ink is fresh. The urgency is rising. What happens next is up to your yes. The global unveiling. The remnant is rising. You are not alone, scattered across nations, languages, timelines. There is a remnant rising from caves and ashes and anonymity. Prophets with scars, intercessors with fire, builders with blueprints burned into their dreams. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That sense that others like you are waking up, finding each other, being summoned. Welcome to Chosen One Sanctuary, where the hidden are revealed and the marked are gathered. There is a sound forming, not just of individuals, but of an army. A people unshaken by culture, unseduced by fame, unstoppable in obedience. You are part of something holy, something ancient, something new. And now the weight in your chest becomes a call to the nations. But even this is not the end of the scroll. Echo carriers. What you release must outlive you. This was never just about you. This was about the generations tied to your name. The nations waiting for your obedience. The timelines that shift because you said yes. Your scroll echoes. Your yes writes permission for others. Your breakthrough unlocks theirs. Your voice becomes the trumpet that calls others out of tombs. Isaiah 55:11 declares, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty." When God sends a chosen one, He never sends them alone. He sends a movement in their footsteps. So walk carefully, speak faithfully, live prophetically. Because what you release into the earth now will echo in eternity. There are some truths heaven doesn't whisper. It hides. not to deny you, but to distill you. Because what God is revealing now could only emerge after the silence, the fire, the pressing. You weren't overlooked. You were over-prepared, positioned in pain, refined in shadows, so that when this moment arrived, you would not miss it. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not behind. You are right on prophetic time. You are a chosen one. Heaven did not mark you to sit in confusion. It carried you through darkness to crown you with clarity. You have been hidden for this holy hour. You have been tested for this territory. And now, you are being unleashed. If this word stirred something deep, if it confirmed what your spirit already knew, then comment 777 below as a sign that you're claiming it. Drop in the comments what resonated most. What part felt like it was written just for you? Your testimony may unlock someone else's scroll. And if your spirit knows this was not a coincidence, but a commissioning, then subscribe. Stay connected here at Chosen One Sanctuary, where the hidden rise and the marked gather. You are not alone. You are the next echo.